Okay, thanks.
Perfect.
Just flown in, guys. Here it is, the new Master Grade Ver.Ka. It is the Wing Zero Custom, otherwise I guess now known as the Wing Gundam Zero EW, as we oldies may know it as the Wing Zero Custom. This is, of course, the winged Wing Gundam from the Endless Waltz OVA film movie, and it looks pretty awesome. I built and painted the old MG a few years back, and it's fine, but this version definitely looks a lot better. Basically looks like an MG version of the real grade, but there's some other really cool improvements and new additions to this version of the kit now as well. So let's go ahead and check out Katoki's latest work. So first off, with this being a Ver.Ka kit, of course, we've got some beautiful artwork here on the front. This illustration looking really handsome. I gotta say, the Wing Gundams never looked better. Just to give you guys a really nice close-up look at that artwork. It's really nice, and you get an idea of the marking layout for this as well too. With this being a Ver.Ka kit, of course, we're going to have loads of markings, so you can see them there on the illustration as well. On the sides of the box, basically just kind of the same thing as what's on the front. Let's go ahead and head over to the bottom of the box. On here we got some basic info about the Gundam. Here you can see its weapons and accessories. One new feature about this is that the Buster rifles fold in half and can store up inside the wings, which you can't see here in this image, but they will do that. So there's just a front and back look at that. Also, it's got the shield. The original Master Grade, of course, did not have that shield. It's very similar to the shield that came with the high-res version, I think, and also sort of a little bit similar to the Proto Zero shield, it looks like, a little bit. And then over here, just some more detailed shots of all the markings and everything. Of course, the cockpit hatch opens just like the old version as well. You got some really nice knee bend there, and of course the articulation is just going to be really good all throughout, no doubt. On the other side here, we got some more information there in Japanese and in English. There you can see it transformed into the Neo Bird mode, Neo Bird form, I guess, there you go. Not really the most impressive thing, to be honest. I don't really like it, but there you go. We'll take a look at that once we got it all built up. But of course, first we need to pop this open and see what we got inside. One big, massive runner here for some wing parts, and follow that up with 11 more bags of runners, including an action base, which I didn't know was going to be included with this, so that's really cool. And then, of course, our instruction manual. So let's go ahead and take a look at this here. On the front, just a nice photograph of the painted and fully marked up kit there on the back, just the title and everything, so very typical style. On the front here, on the inside front, got a bunch of photos and information. It's all in Japanese and English, so you can read all about this stuff, the opening and closing gimmick of the cockpit, MS form, Hiro Yui figure you've got over there standing and seated. Of course, he's doing his dancing pose there. You can kneel, you can do the Neo Bird form over here. You can do the pose. Hopefully it's easy to do that pose. That was very difficult to do with the old Master Grade without gluing or pinning anything. Hopefully this one is made in a way that can actually do that now. And here you can see what the Buster rifle folded up and stored up underneath the front of the wings looks like. So that's a really cool new gimmick added for this version of the kit. Then we've got our parts list, which is, you know, a parts list, and then just all into the construction. But once we fast forward a little bit to our center pages here, we've got a bunch more stuff to look at with tasks that must be taken on after 23 years is the theme of this interview here with Katoki Hajime. So on this side, you've got that all in Japanese, but over here, you've got it all in English too. So lots of really nice reading material for you for that. You've got the illustration there of that. Then over here, you've got a little bit about the Endless Waltz, the Glory of Losers there as well, with a nice little painting sort of illustration. Down here too, some kind of behind the scenes images there about the development of the kit. So nice to see that, always quite interesting. You got that all in English as well too. And we go ahead and skip to the back of the manual. You've got the transformation there, of course, and then here our color chart and marking guide, so where all those decals are going to be placed all over the kit. Got that laid out here for you in great detail. So speaking of great detail, let's go ahead and take a look at the markings and runners and everything more closely. So first off, we are going to have some foil stickers here, but basically, as you can see, it's all just for eyes and cameras. That's all. You just got loads of cameras on this, so you're going to have lots of those little stickers. But then here is a look at all the beautiful waterslide decals for this. Now, I have to admit, I don't really like some of the markings on this particular design, so I may end up omitting some of these on my painted build of this, but I haven't quite decided yet. I feel a little bit sorry to omit some, but anyway, we'll talk more about that later. Anyway, you can see the markings here, mostly going to be in white or red. We've got a couple of gray ones on there as well. And interestingly, nothing really as far as like any big logo markings like we saw with some past versions. It's all just kind of generic caution markings and these little striping bits. Then we've got SB4 for our clear green beam saber effect parts. Now these were used in the original MG, and these originally came out all the way back in 2000, by the way. So while these are not new, they are really nice beam saber effect parts. And we've got our BA13 base here, as I've mentioned before, in my opinion, the best action base that Bandai makes, so really glad to see this one included with this one as well. And in case it wasn't obvious to anyone, the base and the beam sabers are going to be the only parts that are not new for this kit. Everything else is totally brand new, so even though there was a previous version of this Master Grade before, this version is completely redone. So it's an entirely new kit. So here is our A runner in 4 colors: yellow, red, dark blue, and white over here on the side. And runner B1 here is some parts in white, our big shield part there, some parts for the head, and then we've got runner B2 for a copy of this section right here. And this big massive runner we saw before is actually made up of 2 runners just kind of stuck together. It's our C1 and C2 runners, which are obviously there some big parts for the wings. Then runner D here as well, some of the big parts for the back wings. We've got 2 of this D runner. Then runner E1, some more wing parts as well as some new hand parts on here as well. Now thankfully these are not soft rubber, just actual regular pieces, and we've got runner E2 as well for a copy of those feather parts. And then runner F1 is some more armor pieces as well as our pilot figures down here, seated and standing. And then we've got runner F2 for a copy of this part of the runner here. Next up, runner G is in a dark brown ABS for our inner frame parts here. And that appears to be the only ABS runner, by the way. As we get onto runner H here, is in the same color, but this is just in regular PS plastic, some weapons parts and some more frame parts on here. Same thing for runner I, or the rest of our frame parts all here in this dark brown PS plastic. And then some more of that here on runner J as well. These seem to be some more of the frame parts and connection parts, mostly for the wings, it looks like. Then we got runner K1, which is in a different blue from the blue we saw on the A runner. This is in more of just like a kind of standard royal blue. But runner L1 is back to the darker blue like what we saw on the A runner. And L2 is once again back to the kind of royal blue. So you will have 2 tones of blue with this kit. And then finally runner M is our clear parts for the kit. So you got clear head cameras, clear cameras for the rifles, for in the shield, in the chest, and the eyes. And there you have it, guys. So very exciting. Are you guys excited for a new Wing Gundam kit? It does look really nice, I have to say. Even if you're not a big fan of the Wing Gundam, this version of the kit, of the design, looks like it's going to be a very impressive one. So make sure you stay tuned to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, to hit the bell if you want to do that, to make sure you don't miss the live build. I'll be live building this, and then we'll have the review, and then after that I'll be painting this kit. So make sure you stay tuned for all the updates on that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Check out the kit at USA Gundam Store. The link is down below as always, and you can save 10% with my coupon code. There's ZakuAurelius10. That's in the video description there down below. You can check out this kit for yourself there, or anything else on the site, of course. So till next time, guys, thank you so much for watching and for your support. I'll see y'all later. Bye, everyone.